Yeah, Kaloyim Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, that's the name of the Father, which he is, and his only begotten Son, which he saves or he delivers. Bahasham, in the name of the Rakakwadash, right? Yeah. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim and the four winds, preaching the truth and sincerity, risking their lives more now than ever. The hopeful elect, the elect. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel, but have come back to the fold. Shalom to the sister Akwaf listed in silence. Shalom. Yeah, this your brother Ram Yahweh with the lesson. And I wanted to go through this because I noticed the elder was doing this and it kind of sparked something within my spirit to bring this out, you know, as you go, because it's going into how Nate used to use the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and then later in history he mocks the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right? So you know, it you know, so yeah, let's go ahead and.
All right, where were you blacks and Latinos?
What happened to you, mate? What happened,
Carrying
man?
white men around.
Well, you had that dream when oil was taken away from you.
So go back to that again.
That's what happened.
It says, and printed
You're bugging out, son.
in the United States in 1930 for the first time. Right. So now what is that showing you? America was suppressing the truth of who the North American Indians were and what language they spoke.
Right.
Because all the tribes are located here in America, so America had to suppress the truth.
Exactly.
So let's go back to that about the use of the consonant W instead of V. Go ahead. And it says, and the use. And the use and use the consonant W instead of V. We use the consonant W instead of V because V is incorrect. Go ahead. The high importance of the subject necessarily would lead these supposed red Hebrews. And he says supposed red Hebrews because the Native American Indians, which I am one myself, we're not red. We're dark skinned, ranging from a light brown to a very dark brown. The so-called white man is the real red man. That's why we call him so-called white. Because when you really look at him, he's red. Okay, and when it says red Hebrews, it's referring to the Israelites. Read on. When separated from other people in America to
Deacon Asaph, what do you got to say about this?
Of the Most High. The favorite name of the Most High is the same name.
What do you got to say about this, Deacon Asaph?
Favorite name, his true name. Go ahead. And here it has
Guys are filled with hypocrisy,
right.
man.
Now this scholar,
Most High don't like hypocrisy.
He put he, and he put the E here, O here, and he put an E here. So they just switched it. That's what these scholars do. But in here they have the correct end. They have the wow.
He's going all into it.
Okay, so we know this is the true name of the Father.
Good teaching, too. Good teaching.
Yahweh.
So what happened?
That's the name. All you so-called blacks and Latinos, you true.
And all you guys, GMS is the worst camp because we get on everybody. You see now why we get on this guy?
Okay.
What happened, man? Why is he deceiving the people talking about we don't have the name of the son's name?
Chapter 1.
Why? That's the question you gotta ask.
And I want the bottom of verse 14.
A lot of you Israelites, you just don't think, man. Bunch of
To show
stupid
you
idiots.
something about the Heavenly Father's
Bunch
name.
of clowns.
Why all this cover? What's the deal?
You see that?
Okay.
Why all this cover up? Now you bother to cover up, mate. Why are you trying to cover the name of the Heavenly Father and His Son? The most important things that we can learn in this truth. Why?
Sacrifices unto the Lord.
I call this video why.
So this is what the Israelites were doing. Our forefathers was sacrificing lame animals to the Father. The Most High was mad at us. We were supposed to sacrifice the choice of the flock. And we said, well, we want to save the choice for ourselves. That lamb over there got a broke leg. I think I'll sacrifice that one.
Another thing too, you notice.
Mad at that. Go ahead.
If you look at Nate lately, his countenance is very, very dark. Here you can see his countenance is bright.
My name.
You can see his countenance is bright because he was in his right mind back then.
The Father's name is dreadful.
As it is written, a man may be known
because when you call
by
the
his look.
true name of the Most High, that's power. That power.
Did you hear what he said?
Stand up when they hear that name. Okay?
Let's bring that back.
Go to Romans 10 and 13.
I can bring that back.
Okay? Among the nations. The Father's name is dreadful amongst the nations. Why? Because when you call on the true name of the Most High, that's power. That is power. The angels stand up when they hear that name. Okay? Real quick. Go to Romans 10 and 13.
Get down, okay?
Romans chapter 10 and 13. And before we go down, it says among the heathen. But the word heathen only means nation. Right. Thank you. The Most High's name is dreadful amongst the other nations. But amongst you Israelites, you're supposed to adore and cherish his name. Call on his true name, Yahweh. So, Romans 10.
Look up the word austere. Hey, these guys joking, kidding around and shit. That's why this guy is in his predicament, man. Galatians 6 and 7, be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. There you go. So here is this guy mocking the Heavenly Father. Let's bring it back and his only begotten Son.
See, that says Yahweh.
See? And when you go back and watch the video that he made more than 25 years ago with Banyamin, he was in the spirit. He was in the right spirit. He was breaking down the name. He even broke down the name of the Son, even though he kept saying Christ. And like I said, his countenance was bright. And it wasn't acting. He was really in the spirit. He was really going for it. But now, fast forward many years later, this is what he's been reduced to. The guy has become a reprobate. Okay? Making fun of the names of the Father and the Son. And the Father and the Son was not pleased behind this. You better believe it.
It's a great discovery.
Does this mean we gotta go join the bum camp?
No. We don't join the bum camp.
You know who the bum camp is? Us. We're the bum camp, you know?
That just means God is part of the
tribes. Oh, man.
You heard what he said? That just means Gad is part of the tribes. So, what is...
So, yeah. That just means Gad's part of the tribe. That's what I said. He's trying to make fun of the lost on the stone, which is one of the things we use to prove that Gad is Israel, part of Israel. But also, if you, like the elder's saying, his countenance was a lot brighter. He, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, young, that enthusiastic look that you have when you first get into the truth. He had that, that bright, but he don't have that now. And all of a sudden, back then, 25 years ago, you was a Gadite. And you was proud to say you were a Gadite. Now, that means Gad. So you're trying to say that the North American Indians are not Gad? Because Gad is part of the tribes. So that doesn't even make sense. So, but that's why I'm going to this right here. Because what the scriptures say about a man that's given to change. Yeah, this is Proverbs 24, verse 21. My son, right, dealing with all the Israelite male, right, even Gad, right, the so-called North American Indian. Why you want to try to make fun, but 25 years ago or more, you was a Gadite, right? Fear thus Yahweh and the king, and our king now is Yahushai. So you must fear the Son. You must fear our king, right? Yahushai, right? Even King David, right? Because King David's gonna come back. You're gonna fear King David, man. Because King David is gonna operate with the power that Yahushai gives him. Because all things will be given unto Yahushai through the Father. And then Yahushai is going to give I started to say Peter. It is Peter though. But David, that authority over all things too. Right? Just like his father. He said, I can do nothing but what I seen my father do. And that's what he's going to do. What he's seen his father do, he's also going to do it, implement it under King David. So you got to fear your king, man. A lot of you simple niggas don't understand that, man. And meddle not much with them that are given to change. Right? Because that's a dude that's given to change. He's not fearing Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. First it was the heathen, it makes the heathen tremble. And heathen just mean nation. And when you say Yahweh, even the angels stand up. So somehow now he's more greater than the angel who hasn't sinned, who hasn't blasphemed the name of the Lord. Right? Matter of fact, let's get that, because that's actually a law, right? A blaspheming the name of the Lord. Before we go there, let's see what this is, what meddling means. Let's go into this.
Strong's H, 6148. Arav.
Arab. To pledge, to exchange, right? Mortgage. Occupy. Oh, that's a good one. Occupy, right? Because technically when you're having a congregation and he's there to be your teacher, your leader, he's occupying space with you and teaching you things that you ought not to be taught, saying things that he ought not to be saying. Undertaking, right? You're undertaking what he has to say, undertaking for becoming surety, right? Oh, right. Becoming surety or become surety. Matter of fact, let's look up that word, surety. It says, surety, a person who takes responsibility, right, for another's performance, right? And ultimately that's what he was doing. He was putting on a performance. Oh, look at that. That's Yahweh. And then like the elder pointed out that it was backwards, which goes into sinister, right? On the left-hand side, right? And of a undertaking, right? So like the Lord said, let the blind lead the blind, they shall both fall into a ditch. And you're going to take on his responsibility. You're going to take on his punishment also. Right? Yeah. Pay, look at right here. Money given to support an undertaking that someone will perform or a duty or pay their debts. So you're going to be paying the same debt that this guy has, because his debt is destruction right now if he don't repent. His situation is looking grim if the Lord doesn't allow him to somehow get a grasp of the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai once again. And put away that silly pride. You're going to be paying that debt right along with this, If you want to be a clown, you're gonna all be a clown. You're gonna be joining the circus, you know. So this is Exodus chapter 20, verse 7. Thus shall not take the name of Yahweh, right? All caps, Yahweh, thy power in vain, right? And we know that Yahweh have a son because it's been prophesied about his son all throughout the Bible. Genesis 49:8. You got King David, which is Psalms 22. You got Isaiah 53. You got you got Moses, which is Deuteronomy 18:18. What else you got? Yahweh Shai at? Is it Micah 5? And there's a bunch of other scripture that actually technically has the Lord within it. You know what I mean? But before his coming, before everything, you know. Oh, Daniel, when they were when Meshach, Reshach, and Abednego was in the fire, and even which was just a heathen. So a heathen had enough sense to go, that looks like the Son of God. Come on, man. Yo, you got Stephen, right? When he getting stoned, I see the Son of God, and this is him looking in the spirit because he was dead. He was speaking. Well, he was dying, should I say? His spirit is about to get ready to leave his body, but it was enough for him to speak and say that he could see the Son on the right hand of the Father. So, like, you have so many accounts of the Son being there. So who is the Son? Oh, Proverbs. Matter of fact, yeah, let's go into that after that too, because we're going to have to go into that too. It said, thus shall not take the name of Yahweh thy power in vain, for Yahweh will not hold him guiltless. Hey, and everybody's saying this guy's in bad condition, so the Lord's not holding you guiltless, man. So ultimately, you better hope that the Lord can somehow find in his heart to forgive you. You know, allow you to finish your race. If you're meant to be, if you are part of this thing of ours, like, you know, like the Apostle Gabar say, that taketh his name in vain, right? You're not going to be held guiltless. They go, Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai? Like, and that's his son who died on the cross for the nation of Israel, right? The Lord ain't going to take that light. Did you know he put all the death, all the diseases of Israel upon him? Like, do you understand that? No one has suffered more than Yahweh Shai. And to try to take that as a light thing, it's crazy. 15, verse 14. It's in red, so this Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying, who the world ignorant calls Jesus Christ, and that's that power that, you know, they have to you know, put it in red so it stands out, so you know that that's that authority, you know what I mean? So let them alone, right? That's why, you know, dealing with Apostle Har on down, a lot of the brothers ain't really been getting on you lately. But this is a time where we're looking at the situation where we're saying, look, oh yeah, some things do catch up to you, obviously. But this is a topic that need to be talked about at this point, right? So most of the time they've been really leaving you alone. Sometimes the spirit would come on them and say something here and there, but for the most part, the elders ain't been going in on you like that. None of that stuff, because if they be filthy, let them be filthy still. You know what I mean? Hey, it is what it is. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. Right? Not you're gonna fall into the ditch. And what's ultimately gonna be the ultimate ditch is the ICBM missiles. Or that Karagma. Because a lot of people don't want to, a lot of people, and then in turn, it's going to be the ICBMs, because a lot of people don't want to just put aside their pride and admit that what that MOTB is. So, it is what it is, right? You're all going to fall into a ditch. Yeah. So this is James chapter 1. Verse 4, but let patience have her perfect work, right? Which that's one of my favorite scriptures right here. One of my favorite verses right here, James 1 and 4. Let patience have her perfect work, right? Which dealing with the wisdom, knowledge, understanding, dealing with the time of growth. And you got to think a person like Nate, who's been in this thing is about as long as Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar. You're talking 30 years, 35 years. You've been in the truth, and at one time you're breaking down the name of the Most High Yahweh. He is, right, or He exists. You're breaking it down as Yahweh. You're breaking down Yahweh Shai, and now you come to just a few years back. Now you got your own organization. Now that you got your own people underneath you, you're so-called you're the leader, but you haven't been given to change. So who follows a person who's given to change? And it's not just a little change. I mean, you're even going against the thing that you said you were. Now Gad or the North American Indian ain't the tribes, but before you was a Gadite, you was a North American Indian. It's crazy. So this goes into maturity. You would think this guy would have more maturity, but let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect. Ooh. And entire, wanting nothing, Salakia, wanting nothing. Right? Because what? We're dealing with, because you don't even really want anything in this world. The so-called the high praises of other people, because that's most of what people are doing. Because once they got this high praise of all these people, now they're somebody. It's like they made it. Some of these people don't want to leave Babylon the Great just because now they got into the truth, and now they're somebody because of they used the truth to finally become someone, getting the tithes and the offerings and all these other things and using it for your benefit and using the high praises of the people. Oh my God, there's Bishop, and how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And it's a way you could gloat within yourself. But we're supposed to be wanting nothing, because the Lord said he will give us praise and he will give us fame. If any of you, Salakia, if any of you lack wisdom, right? And that's lacking wisdom from from going to preaching the name, and doing it very well. Going into the history, going into everything. You know what I mean? Actually breaking it down. Actually sounding better than the way he teaches now. You know? He's way too theatric now. Instead of just getting right to the truth. Right? If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh, that giveth to all men liberally and upbraideth not. Right? So the Lord ain't going to hold it back from you. Oh. And it shall be given to you. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. Right? So, hey, one moment you're teaching about the Lord and you're breaking down the name the correct way. You're saying, hey, the name is a terror to these heathens. But are you all of a sudden a heathen now? Now you don't know the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai? You don't know you Yahweh Shai is, that's Yahweh, look what we found. You know what I mean? Now it's all jokes and all this other type of stuff. But the Lord said about being a certain way, even in jesting, right? Even in jesting, you could be judged, right? So for let not that man think that he shall receive anything of Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai. This is the point right here. A double-minded man, minded, which is lob, mind or heart, lob, right? Double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So all them so-called followers of IUIC, and no wonder why Apostle Gabar calls them fickle followers, because that makes sense. A man that's unstable, a double-minded man that's unstable in all his ways, that wouldn't even begin to make sense why you would be. So let's go over here. James 1:8. Unstable.
Strong's G 182. Akatastatos.
Akataskatos. See? Sound like you're being tossed. A toss. You know what I mean? Like tossed to and fro.
Strong's G 182. Akatastatos.
Hey. It says unstable, see. It says
constant.
Inconstant. It says frequently changing variable, varying, fickle, faithless,
constant,
inconstant. That's the definitions of inconstant, right? Restless, right? Yeah, so with all that, I like to give all praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well. Salutations to the Akim and the four winds, preaching in truth and sincerity, risking their lives more now than ever. The hopeful elect, Shalom, right? To the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel and have come back to the fold. Shalom. To the sister Akwaf listed in silence. Shalom, and death to America. Yeah, so all that blaspheme the name of the Lord, right? Since obviously you don't know the name, right? Because there's only one name under heaven, so you have to call out to that name, right? That you may be saved. And if you don't have it, then you're not going to be saved. So that doesn't even begin to make sense. Who have ascended up into heaven or descended, right? Which really the only one that's done that is Yahweh Shai at this point, right? Who have gathered the wind in his fist, right? And that, and again, would be Yahweh Shai. Who have bound the waters in his garments, who have established the ends of the earth, which will be Yahweh Shai. Because when you go into Genesis 1, when it said God, really it goes into Elohim. The Elohim said, let there be light. Let us make man in our image. Let this be created. Let that be created. That was the Elohim. That was the angels, starting with Yahweh Shai. So, who have established all the ends of the earth? What is his name? Right, dealing with the Most High, because ultimately the Elohims did do it, but the Elohims didn't do it based on their own free will, or like they had their own power. No, the power was given unto them from Yahweh. So what is his name, which is talking about Yahweh, and what is his son's name, which is Yahweh Shai, if thou can tell? But at one point in time he could tell, but now he can't tell. The Lord took it from him, like Apostle Tahar was saying. And then you're doing it backwards. And guess what? In the time of that you're on your deathbed, that's the time you need it the most. You need to be able to cry out to that name. You know?